What if I told you the relentless pursuit of happiness is the very thing keeping you from a life well lived? We've been sold a story that life is a problem to be solved, a summit to be reached, a checklist of acquisitions, the career, the relationship, the inner peace, and once you have them all, you've made it. But look around you. The season is turning. Here, as the late August heat begins to soften, there's a wisdom in the air. Nature doesn't strive for a static state of perfect. It cycles, it destroys and creates, it adapts, it is. The great mistake of the modern mind is believing you can engineer a life without pain, without chaos, without darkness. You can't, and in trying, you wage a war against reality itself, a war you will always lose. The question is not how do I become happy? The question is how do I make the most of the entirety of this life? The ancients knew that the greatest treasure is guarded by the most terrifying dragon, and that dragon is within you. It is the chaos you refuse to confront. Your fear, your resentment, your willing blindness, your unshouldered responsibility. Carl Jung called this the shadow. Jordan Peterson speaks of the dragon of chaos. To make the most of life, you must first voluntarily walk into the dark places you've been avoiding. The gold, the meaning, the strength, the self-respect you crave is hidden there. Stop praying for an easy life. An easy life creates weak men and women. Instead, as the Stoics taught, see the obstacle as the way. That difficult conversation is the path, that failure is the teacher, that heartbreak is the forge. Your potential is not found in comfort. It is sculpted in the fires of adversity you willingly face. So ask yourself, what are you avoiding? What necessary truth are you refusing to speak? Go there. That is where your life begins. The world will always be a chaotic theater of events beyond your control. The market will crash, people will betray you, sickness will come. To anchor your well-being on external conditions is to build your house on sand. Jesus said, "The kingdom of God is within you." Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Sadhguru reminds us that the only thing you have 100% control over is your own interiority. This is not a metaphor, it is an operating manual. You are the sole ruler of your inner kingdom. Yet you've let rebels and fools run the palace. Your fleeting emotions, your reactive thoughts, your ingrained programming. You are a king in exile within your own mind. To make the most of life is to reclaim this throne through discipline, through observation, through the sacred pause between stimulus and response. Pain is inevitable. It is the price of admission to this life, but suffering the story you tell yourself about your pain is a choice. Do not be a slave to what you feel. Become the master of how you choose to respond. This is the only true power, the only real freedom. To build, to create, to protect what you love, you cannot afford to be naive. The world operates on unseen laws of power and influence. To ignore them, as Robert Greene or Machiavelli would attest, is to sentence yourself to a life of being used by the plans of others. This is not a call for cynicism or cruelty. It is a call for wisdom. Understand human nature as it is, not as you wish it were. Observe people's actions, not just their words. Understand their motives, their fears, their ego, their incentives. You must be a serpent and a dove. You must cultivate a powerful purpose, a noble aim, but be strategically wise in how you navigate the terrain. Master your emotions so they cannot be used against you. Learn the art of patience, of timing, of seeing 3 moves ahead. To make the most of life is to be effective. To have a code, a purpose, and the worldly wisdom to see it through without being crushed by the naive belief that the world is fair. It isn't. Your job is to be formidable for the sake of the good you wish to create. And now, the final turn, after you've confronted your dragon, mastered your mind, and learned the rules of the game, you must learn to let it all go. Alan Watts taught that we treat life like a journey with a serious destination. We rush, we struggle, we optimize, hoping to get there, but we miss the point. Life is not a journey. It is a piece of music. It is a dance. The purpose of a song is not to get to the final note. The purpose is the listening, the experience itself. The purpose of a dance is not to arrive at a certain spot on the floor. It is the movement, the flow, the act of dancing. This is amor fati, the love of fate. To love it all, the victory and the defeat, the pleasure and the pain, to see it not as a series of good or bad events, but as the necessary rhythm of the song. You are not a separate ego fighting against the universe. You are the universe experiencing itself. You are a wave in the ocean. The wave rises, it crashes, and it returns to the whole. Stop trying to permanently nail down your life. Stop trying to grasp the water of experience. Let go, flow with it. The highest wisdom is to become a master of the game and then to realize it's all a play. So, how do you make the most of life? You turn and face the dragon. You build an unbreakable fortress in your mind. You learn the rules of the world so you can shape it with purpose. And then you dance with the beautiful, terrifying, and temporary reality of it all. Remember, you will die. This is not a dress rehearsal. Every sunrise is a gift. Every breath is a choice. The work is not easy. It is the work of a lifetime, but it is the only work that matters. It is the path from a life of quiet desperation to one of resonant, vibrant, and authentic aliveness. Stop waiting for life to happen to you. Become the one who happens to life. The work begins now.